Hey, 7th grade. I would like to book talk one more book for you. This one right here, The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. Here at home on Sunday. It's game day Sunday, so I'm decked out in my Packer gear. I even have on my Packer socks here. Look, it's Sunday. I'm going to show you Sunday. She's over here. Oh, she's on the floor. Say hi, Sunday. Oh, look it. She even has her little Packer scarf on. Looking all cute, aren't you? Look it. Say hi. Say hi to middle school. You don't want to? She's camera shy. Okay, I just wanted to introduce you to Sunday. So, back to the book. I want to book talk for you. The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Brubaker Bradley. So this book is historical fiction. So this book is for readers who would like to read outside of the typical genres that we normally read in. So a lot of students avoid the historical fiction genre because they think, history, I don't read about history. You really do. It's really interesting. So this book is for readers who appreciate a good troublemaker. Ada, our main character, is definitely a troublemaker. Who maybe have set a goal for themselves to read widely across all the genres. So Mrs. Ash, I tend to stick with realistic fiction and historical fiction. Those are my two favorite genres. But if I want to be a well-read, literate person, then I need to read all kinds of literature. So I do try to read outside my comfort zone all the time. Right now for Teacher Book Club that I do with Miss Zembrowski, we are reading this book right here, which is science fiction. Now, science fiction is not something that Mrs. Ash goes to first in the bookstore, first in the classroom library, but every time I read it, I really do enjoy it, and then I grow as a reader. And this book, I started it, I love it, science fiction. So historical fiction, this one is, if you want to expand your horizons, give this one a try. If you like award-winning books, this book is for you. It's won tons of awards. And if you want to learn more about what it was like to live through World War II. So oftentimes in history, we learn dates and facts and important places and important names, but we don't really understand what it was like to live through this important time period. So World War II, what was it like for a girl your age living through the, for those of you who have read, what's that book from when we do the Fontes and Pinnell reading assessments about the, I wish I could remember the name. But as readers, we really get what it was like for a young person your age to live through the bombings of London that happened for months and months at a time. So here is the little excerpt from Amazon. This is what it has to say. So, 10-year-old Ada has never left her one-bedroom apartment. Her mother is too humiliated by Ada's twisted foot to let her outside. So Ada was born with a deformity. She was born with something called a clubbed foot. And it's super duper common. Of all the birth defects that many people are born with, many little babies are born with a clubbed foot. And it's a super easy fix. It doesn't take long to do it. It's not very difficult. It's not really an invasive surgery. And if you have it taken care of by the doctor from when you're a baby, by the time you're 10 years old, it's not really a problem. Well, Ada's mom didn't do that. She feels like it's some sort of curse or that she's being punished for something that she's done wrong in her life. So because of that, she treats Ada terribly. Ada has a little brother named Jamie, and they're super close, and they really love each other. So when little brother Jamie is shipped out of London to escape the war that's going on, the mom doesn't care. She's like, oh, send Jamie away so he can be safe, so he can be protected. I don't care what happens, Ada. You're not going anywhere. You're staying here. If you get bombed, you get bombed. That's the kind of mom she is. So Ada, who can barely walk, she's never, ever left her apartment in all of her 10 years, decides to teach herself how to walk, and she runs away so that she can be safe outside of London too. So Ada begins her adventure, and for Susan Smith, the woman who is forced to take in the two kids, a lot of families during this time in the countryside of London took in kids from the city because they knew the armies were more likely to bomb the cities where there's more people, more casualties. So a lot of the people sent their children off to live in the country, and families that had farms and lived in the country acted as foster parents and took those kids in. Some people volunteered. Miss Smith, she didn't volunteer. She just got one person that said, here, you're taking care of these kids. I don't care if you want to or not. And Mrs. Smith is like, what the heck? I don't know what to do with 2 kids. And Ada, who is one of those strong girls that I like to read about, she teaches herself to ride a pony, to learn to read. She's never been to school before, so she thinks she's stupid. She has really low self-esteem. And she watches for German spies. She begins to trust Susan, and Susan begins to love Ada and Jamie, but in the end, will their bond be enough to hold them together through wartime, or will Ada and her brother fall back into the cruel hands of their mother? Read to find out. It is a good book. I want you to listen to chapter 2 of this book. This book, not only historical fiction, read outside your comfort zone. It's one of those audiobooks that is really wonderful to listen to. The narrator who reads the audiobook has a wonderful English accent that really enhances the book. So you're either going to go to Sora, the Digital Library Consortium, which is on your student landing page, find The War That Saved My Life, the audio version, listen to chapter 2. After you listen to chapter 2, return the book right away, because you can only, one person at a time can check it out. So once you have listened to it, if you use the Digital Library Consortium, press return right away so one of your classmates can also listen to it. Or in the back of the classroom, you'll see the CD player set up, and you can listen to it in the back of the classroom using headphones on the CD player. So happy choosing of your books.